Hello everyone, Garnet Schulhauser here, and welcome to my video. If you watched any of the early episodes of this series, you'll know that my work has been featured on a documentary streaming on Amazon Prime. In this episode, we're going to explore the Hall of Records and your alien past lives. If you have not watched the first episode yet, do go back and watch it. The link is in the description below. So now, let's dig in. In the Hall of Records, I could feel the hurt and anguish Oscar felt as I passed by him without so much as a simple hello. Oscar was devastated. He had been waiting all day for me to return, and now I had ignored him. He did not understand what he had done to offend me, and he dearly wanted me to stroke his head so he would know I still loved him. If dogs could cry, the tears would have been rolling down Oscar's little cheeks. Instead, he slunk slowly back to his bed and rested his head on his crossed paws, totally dejected. As I watched the scene unfold, I was saddened and embarrassed by my hurtful disregard of Oscar. I did not recall that particular incident, but I must have had a very bad day at the office. Nonetheless, that was no excuse for the way I ignored my little dog, as he certainly had done nothing to deserve being treated that way. I told Albert I felt awful about what I had done to Oscar that day. I had no idea dogs could feel rejection and sadness, or that a simple greeting meant so much to my little dog. Albert said he didn't show me the scene to make me feel bad. He wanted me to understand that animals are actually more intelligent than most people think. They have emotions and feelings not unlike humans, and they deserve to be treated with respect. Humans are extremely arrogant and self-centered, and a lot of people believe animals were put on our planet for the pleasure of humans. And all too many humans think that killing and abusing other creatures is acceptable because they are just dumb animals who do not really matter. Humans need to understand that animals also have souls that will return to the spirit side when their physical bodies die. They are having a journey on Earth to learn and experience things just like humans. Humans must learn to accept this truth and then treat all creatures on our planet with dignity and respect. If you are tempted to lash out at your dog for misbehaving, take a deep breath and remember that your pet has a soul like you, and if you continue on this track, you will have to face up to your actions in your life review. If you have any doubts about whether animals have souls, I invite you to look into the eyes of your dog or cat, which are windows into their souls, and you will no longer have any doubts. To underpin his message, Albert told me I had several animal incarnations on Earth before I began my human lives. And although I do not remember any of these lives, he confirmed that I will remember them all once I cross over to the spirit side. The concept that animals are intelligent creatures with feelings and emotions was reinforced many times during my astral travels with Albert, as I got to converse with animals on Earth and other planets. I will have more to say about some of these encounters in subsequent episodes, and I invite you to stay tuned so you don't miss this important information. But before I conclude this episode, I would like to tell you a little more about the Hall of Records on the spirit side, which contain the Akashic Records, a storehouse of the details of every life that has ever been lived anywhere in the universe. Here you can view all your previous lives on the denser planes, not just the most recent life you finished on Earth. You can track your progress from your very first incarnation on our planet to your most recent life. Most souls will make the Akashic Records one of their top priorities when they return to the spirit side, to satisfy their curiosity about what roles they played during their history on Earth. We will be able to find out if we ever had lives as kings, queens, tyrants, or dictators. Did we fight and die on a battlefield, live a life of luxury or poverty, or be hailed as a hero for saving others from disaster? We will learn if we were honest and caring for most of our lives, or were we often despicable characters with few redeeming qualities. The Akashic Records will also show us all the lives we have lived in alien life forms on other planets. We will be able to assess how our earthly lives compare to our lives on distant planets, and this will help us decide if we want to continue with our lives on Earth or incarnate once again on one of our favorite planets. And for those souls who want to solve some of the mysteries of life, they can also view the past lives of anyone else who's ever incarnated on Earth. You'll be able to find out who killed President Kennedy, what really happened to Amelia Earhart, and whether King Arthur and Merlin were real people or just myths. And on a more personal level, you'll be able to find out if your husband was unfaithful to you despite his denials. Or if the big job promotion you got when you were 29 was a reward for your talent and hard work, or because your boss had a secret crush on you. And if this sounds like a place where you could while away the time, you are right. Except as eternal souls, we have all the time in the world to satisfy our curiosity. Well, that is certainly something we can all look forward to when we return home after a life on Earth. We all know death is inevitable. Even young children realize that when grandma dies, she is put into a coffin and buried in the ground, never to be seen again. Parents will tell their children that it is mostly old people who die, and they have nothing to fear because they are still young. If they are religious, the adults will soothe them by declaring that grandma has gone to heaven, where she will live happily ever after. As humans mature, they realize that not just old people die, as people of all ages die from accidents or illness every day. They know that everyone will die sooner or later, but many fear the big unknown about what happens to them after death. Religious people believe they will continue to exist in some form after death, and they all hope and pray they will go to heaven or some other paradise as a reward for avoiding evil and living good lives. But some people do not believe in an afterlife. They think they will disappear into nothingness when they die, and that is the end of the story. Most people, regardless of their views of the afterlife, harbor some fear about the dying process. Will it be painful or stressful? Will they be aware of what is happening, or will they go into a deep sleep and never awaken? Albert's answers to these questions about death will provide great comfort to those who fear death, with the hope that his revelations will allow us all to live life to the fullest without any dread about the end of life. Before we get into the details of the death process, we must first look at who determines the date of our deaths. Does God or the Source choose the day of our demise, or is it merely some random act of the universe? As I pointed out in the previous episodes, The source does not manipulate events on Earth. So by logical extension, it means that the source does not decide when our human bodies will perish. To answer this question, one must look at the life plans we all prepared before we incarnated. Thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like, share it with somebody who might appreciate it, and subscribe so you do not miss an episode. You will find a link to the full documentary on Amazon Prime in the description below. Watching it is a wonderful way to support the team who made all of this possible, and I'd be so grateful. And if any of the big burning questions are stirring in you, like the details about life, death, the soul, the cycle of reincarnation, those are things that are covered in my books. To find them, just click on the link below and to reach out to me directly. So until the next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next episode.